Author and columnist Mark Steyn. Who else joins us tonight? Now, Mark, how's the shape of your democracy tonight?
Well, sometimes it's shaped like a sausage and egg McMuffin, and at other times it's shaped like Scarlett Johansson in that cute little outfit she wears in the Avengers. But unless it's one of those two, it doesn't really. When I try to hear the voice of the people, they don't seem exercised about its shape generally, unless it's like the sausage and egg McMuffin or the Scarlett Johansson in the cute little Avengers getup. By the way, has the applause died down yet for Mayor Pete's line about needing to build a future that's better than the past, or is it still ringing in our ears? I think I heard the fake sound of someone going woo on tape at an episode of I Love Lucy in 1956 that they managed to edit onto the end of Mayor Pete's speech there. It's fantastically impressive.
I should just say for our audience watching at home, you never have the questions ahead of time. It's all the fastest person on television. So let me just ask you, do you think the people around Pete Buttigieg, he just hired a new advisor from Goldman Sachs, do you think they're clever enough to convince the country that this is a real candidate and not some kind of corporate hologram?
Well, I think corporate hologram is right. I've never seen any candidate who is so poll-tested and focus grouped as this one. And it's interesting to me that the people who... This is the first millennial to run for president, and according to how you slice it, he may or may not have won the Iowa caucus, and he's in with a sporting chance of doing the same in New Hampshire. And yet it's actually with younger voters, he is incredibly unpopular. And interestingly to me, because everyone talks about identity politics, this guy ought to be romping home on that front because, as we know, he's gay and his husband would be the first gentleman in the White House. But the millennials and Generation Z don't like him because, in a shorthand, I guess, he's a gay square. He might as well be Joe Biden zippered up into some kind of youthful bodysuit. And it's interesting to me that young voters are not... The gay thing doesn't trump for them the fact that he's not radical enough on the policy. And that's actually quite interesting on how identity politics doesn't even play with the millennial crowd.
No, nobody likes it. Nobody likes wokeness. There are like 11 people on Twitter, and all of them live in Brooklyn. They're holding the country hostage, and everybody secretly hates them. So if he does, in the end, win the New Hampshire primary, and Bernie just kind of disappears, or all the votes are, stolen and then returned, are people going to buy this?
I don't think so. I mean, I think he runs into some pretty severe problems once he gets to South Carolina for when the internal contradictions of the Rainbow Coalition, as Marx might have put it, will come into play very interestingly. And that's why you get this nutty talk about Bloomberg and maybe even drafting Mitt Romney. Now he's the holiest person on the planet. So they're still looking for their dream candidate. And this guy isn't really cutting it for them.
But I'm enjoying the heck out of it. The great Mark Steyn, thanks so much.
Thanks a lot, Tucker.